Welcome to Holly's Racing Fantasy. This is your hotspot for weekly NASCAR Cup Series race recaps, latest news, and of course, fantasy picks for the upcoming race. And now, here's your host and the voice of Holly's Racing Fantasy.
We are here to recap Richmond,
Virginia.
Sunday night, Easter night. It was a funny race because it was raining.
Yeah.
And we saw people walking around with umbrellas. And Denny Hamlin is sitting there talking to the NASCAR booth guys. And so we're like, well, jang, it's going to be a delay. Let's go out and burn some wood. And
yeah.
Next thing we know, I'm getting a text. You're getting a text from your mom. Let's go racing, boys. And we're like, what?
Yeah. We're like, what?
What? So they put wet weather tires on the cars.
You make us sound really southern. Well, we were like, the race is on a delay. So we went outside to burn some wood.
We were fixing to burn some wood. Well, we are southern. They put the wet weather tires on.
Uh-huh.
And they ran them with the windshield wiper, which Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick both said they've never used.
Right.
They put the wet weather tires on. They ran it for 30 laps. They did a competition caution at lap 30, and they switched out to the dry tires.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it took.
Yeah.
And that's a great idea because I hate delays.
It's a good experiment. It was a successful experiment.
Good.
For NASCAR.
Then hopefully we'll continue with that.
Yeah. And on the way out, Denny paid off the referees before he got in the car.
So Denny Hamlin won the race, which I told y'all he was gonna.
Yeah, he did win.
He stole it from Martin Truex Jr., who I also told you was gonna win.
Yep.
But here's the thing. I know he didn't really steal it. I'm kidding. Don't action detrimental me on that one, Denny.
We're gonna talk. You and I are gonna play good cop.
We're talking about this.
We're gonna be good cop, bad cop, huh?
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna put you, Johnny, on the spot.
Let's get our opinions out first, and then I've got some things.
Would you want to recap the top 10 or?
Okay, you want to talk about that first? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Denny won.
Yep.
It was a green-white checker.
Yep.
So that's how he won. Okay, Joey Logano was second.
Well, we're gonna talk about how he won.
Joey Logano was second.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson was third. Martin Truex Jr. ended up fourth. Chase Elliott was fifth, best finish of the year. Christopher Bell seventh, Christopher Bell sixth, William Byron seventh. Bad Brad is eighth. Chris Buescher ninth, and Tyler Reddick 10th. And Josh Berry finished 11th.
Hey, that's pretty good for Josh.
Josh Berry looked good. He led 2 laps.
Yeah.
So let's hope that he, comes back around and goes for that.
He's coming around, I think.
Well, he better. Stuart Haas better step up, but we'll get to that later too.
That's a whole other story.
Okay, so Denny Hamlin won in the overtime.
Yep.
Martin Truex Jr., everybody pitted. Okay. Causing the caution was Bubba Wallace.
Yes.
Bubba Wallace got into Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Caused the caution. Sent Kyle Larson flying across the grass even.
Yeah.
And he ended up in a better position than he was in.
Only for Kyle Larson.
Only Kyle Larson. Everybody pits. Denny Hamlin's amazing pit crew gets him off of pit road first.
Yep.
And on the restart, they say that Denny jumped. We'll get to that.
He did.
We'll get to that.
Yep.
Denny jumped, and then not only did he jump, he pushed Martin Truex Jr.
Rode him up the wall.
Rode him up the racetrack.
Gave him no room to race.
And then Kyle Larson comes up and rides him up the wall. And I'm like, this is going to be a poop show because you've got like 4 jerks right in the front. You got Denny, you got Logano, you got Truex, you got Larson. These guys are non-yielding.
And
so you knew it was going to be entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was. And Denny Hamlin won. Yeah. And NASCAR reviewed it and they gave him the win. Yeah. But technically he did jump the restart.
He did.
Which you're not supposed to do. Looking back, he did.
He did.
But you know what? Who doesn't?
Right.
I mean, how many times have I seen other people? I'm not going to name names just in case. I don't want to be, Joey Logano never did that.
Right. I mean, but you're right.
You know what? People have done it in the past.
They have done it in the past.
And sometimes you get away with it and sometimes you don't. And what did you say? It's like the last pitch was a little outside. They called it a strike.
Called it a strike, and you hate to lose.
Right, you hate to lose that way, or the refs missed the pass interference.
Yeah,
and they got the touchdown. The game ends.
Sports.
It's sports. And I said earlier, NASCAR loves that drama.
They do.
Get the drama out there. Denny Hamlin's the enemy.
They do.
Beef it up. Get him out there. Now, Martin Truex Jr. was PO'd.
He lost his mind.
He lost his mind, which he literally said to Denny Hamlin. He said, I lost my mind. He was like knocking into Larson, and then he knocked into Hamlin. I go, why is he knocking into Hamlin? You go, oh, that he's congratulating him. I'm like, I don't think so.
No.
And lo and behold, it was not.
Right. Well, because
you didn't know at first. You're like,
right.
oh, well, you know,
well,
that's
here's
what
the
they do.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
With Truex, you know, he is his teammate. I mean, it is Joe Gibbs Racing, and
it is
maybe a win for Truex might secure the playoff spot for. Then you have two teammates racing, and Denny's kind of a. I don't want to say Buckner, but he's kind of a.
Let's put it this way:
D.
That was kind of jerky because Martin Truex Jr. led 228 laps. 228 laps.
Yeah.
And then the number 11 comes in. He's like, 17 laps. I got the way. I know.
Stealing races is a part of racing, but it's not everyone's favorite way to watch. I don't know, unless it's your driver.
It is, and it is.
You know.
Yeah. You should see the flack. Folks, you should have been a fly on the wall in my house.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when Denny won the race off of pit road, I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I did feel bad about, you know, and I'm getting the side eye. I'm like, yes, and I'm getting the.
Yeah, because I picked Truex. You're not saying anything. Are you drinking?
No, I'm giving you a look. I'm looking at the camera.
Don't give me that look.
No, I
can't see you.
I'm not giving you the look. I'm showing folks at home the look that I got.
Oh.
When I was like, yes. And I get the husky like the.
Yeah. I generally like Denny Hamlin, but I did not like him Sunday night.
No, you didn't.
I did not like Denny Sunday night.
I know you didn't.
I just
I know we were going to get more.
I don't know. But you know what? It's going to come back.
You think it will?
It will come
really
back.
Will.
And then Denny's going to be sitting there like looking like.
There you go.
I'm giving the look.
I love it.
Because he's going to be all mad.
And guess what, folks? Denny Hamlin is pretty good in Martinsville. He is not on my list this week because I don't trust that someone is not going to give him retribution. He's either going to get retribution or he's going to lay low.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the Elton Sawyer, who was the NASCAR senior vice president of competition, said, no doubt he rolled early. Okay. And what he did say, he's like, you know, he got away with it. He's like, if it was earlier in the race, they would have had more time to review that and to go over it, you know, and then they could have examined it and then said, okay, Denny, come on back, go through pit road drive through, take a penalty on that.
Right.
But that was the end of the race. It was the I know I keep calling it the green white checker. Well, NASCAR overtime.
Yeah.
It's the green white checker to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
So he said, you know, there's not a lot. You call it. It's the end of the race. You call it. You want to make it right. Because he was the leader, that also gave him some benefit. Maybe if Truex was leading and then Denny jumped him, might have been different, but he was already the leader. Yeah. But he said, you know, he did say, I wouldn't be playing that game every week. He said, sometimes the call goes in your favor, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. And
most of the other drivers they're kind of pissed because they just want consistency. Joey Logano was like, if I did that, then, you know, if I do that, I better not get called for it.
Right. He said that for next week.
He did.
Because I'm going to be pissed if they call that out, if I do that next week.
Exactly. And they just say they want consistency. They need consistency.
Well, they do.
And I understand that.
They do because
they do.
I mean, even Denny, do you want to jump that and take that risk? Do you want to go, wow, I ended up like 30th because I had to take
He does though. Because he takes risks like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know that. Yeah. That's why it's hard to pick him for fantasy because you never know if he's going to jump that or if he's going to bowl up that line from 5th to 1st in like the second to the last lap because he takes those risks. And it's like, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as for Bubba and Larson.
Past history.
Well, actually, as for Truex and Larson was like so cool after the race. When they were asking him about it, he was like, no, I know. I guess I ran him up. I don't know. I think he was mad at Denny and he took it out on me because Truex like, you know, bumping into Larson. But Larson's like, you know, it's all right. I understand. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it comes to Bubba bumping into Larson. And Bubba was like, I'm really, really sorry. And Larson's like, it's no big deal. And I mean, this was like a long exchange. I read the whole thing. He's like, no, seriously, I did not mean to get into you. And Larson's like, no, it's cool. It's no big deal. So, you know, everybody, Bubba and Larson, they're all cool. Josh Berry and Suarez had a beef, apparently.
Yeah, Suarez has a beef with everybody.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that nobody will need to take retribution, but Martinsville is such a short, annoying track that it's so easy to get into people.
I mean, the only one who'd have retribution against Denny would probably be Martin.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not like that.
And I don't think he's going to be like that.
No.
So you probably won't see that for a while. But if people still, or, just because Denny's kind of playing that bad guy role, I don't know. He's kind of open. He's an open target.
He is an open target.
Yeah.
And I don't think he cares.
No, I don't think he cares.
But I think
either.
you're right. But here's what I was going to say. There's very few people, there's very few drivers that I can count on one hand who probably would not do the same thing. Okay, jumping the restart is a little,
right.
But pushing you up the racetrack to get you out of the way.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Very few drivers.
Who wouldn't do that?
Who would not do that? Who races clean? William Byron.
Kyle Larson.
Probably Kyle Larson. Christopher Bell.
Yep.
Anybody else? I don't know. Does anybody else?
Tyler Reddick?
I don't know. I don't know if he'd push you up. Martin Truex Jr. actually probably would not either.
No, he wouldn't.
He likes to race.
And that's probably why he was so mad at Denny.
I think so too.
He's like, dude, I would not race you like that. Let's see who's got the faster car.
Yeah.
And Denny's like, too bad. Even if you have the faster car, I'm not going to give you room.
I know. But I will tell you, I'm looking at all the people who finished up there. They'd probably, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, they'd have done the same thing.
You think Joey would have? Yeah. He probably would have.
Yes, Kyle Busch definitely would have.
Kyle Busch would have had a big hand come out the side of the car and knock you off into the wall.
Right.
It was Kyle.
I'm not sure about Chase Elliott, maybe. Chase Elliott led 5 laps. I'm so happy for him.
If he was desperate and he was in that position, he might.
He might. And I think Ryan Blaney would too, because he's...
Yeah, now Blaney would. I don't know if he would have.
He
I don't know
might
if he
not
would have in the
have.
past.
Oh, you wouldn't know.
No, but he would now. I think he would now.
I think maybe Eric Jones wouldn't.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
How about past guys? Jimmy Johnson? He'd let you race. He'd give you room.
I think he'd give you room.
Jeff Gordon?
Nah. Dale Jr. would give you room.
Junior.
Jeff Gordon?
Yeah.
Kevin Harvick? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think you get a lot of guys. There's a lot of ruffians in this sport.
There are. But that's racing, boys.
But
and girls.
pit crews, it all came down to the pit crew, really, because if Truex had just a little bit more, he would have been on the front row and it would have been his race to lose.
Now, did Bubba wreck Larson on purpose, or was it just like an accident?
It was an accident. He just got into him.
Yeah, because Truex was not happy with Bubba.
Yeah, Truex said some dumbass brings out the caution. And you know who you're talking about.
The Ronald McDonald car.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which, it's funny because Bubba was running in the top 10.
I was pretty happy having him on my team.
I thought he maybe was going to make a run for it.
Well, he better pick it up.
And then he ended up, because of that accident, he ended up 13th.
I'm going to trade him.
He did great in qualifying.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he really did.
You know?
Yeah.
And he runs well. And he led 2 laps.
Yeah.
But man, something happens. They got to tighten up. Tighten up 2311.
Yeah.
Because Tyler Reddick ain't doing much either.
Yeah.
Tighten it up.
Right.
Okay, so
what's next?
That's a good. Let's go to
that's a good race recap.
That's a good race recap.
We'll transition to the news here, right?
Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about with the news.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
We're not going to break that up.
Nah. Let's go.
Okay.
That's the new way. This is our new format.
This is our new format. We're trying to get.
Yep.
We're trying to get this done so you don't all have to hang out here for 10,000 hours.
Right.
Because I know I've got some people that are coming over from my Fifth Down Fantasy article.
Yep.
Because the Fifth Down Fantasy articles are kind of shutting down soon.
Yes. You're going to have to come here.
I used to have a lot of people that would read it.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that they all come over here and listen.
Yeah.
And get their picks.
Absolutely.
So short track Martinsville. We already mentioned that.
Is it shorter than Richmond, huh?
I don't know.
I wonder.
That's
I'm not saying
question.
like mile for mile, but is it very similar racing style?
I think they're both considered short tracks, right?
But it's called the paperclip, right?
It is called the paperclip.
The paperclip.
That means that's tight corners and long stretches. So that's that's what's crazy, because you get tight like that and yeah.
That's what they call the old man pose. Tight.
The paperclip.
The tight corners. Would you say tight corners and long stretches? that's the old man pose. It's
Lordy.
it's a new.
Oh Lordy.
What's that crazy? That new fandango thing going on? That yoga.
That yoga. Hey, the yoga.
Yeah, yoga.
Okay. So, Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Truex will make a return to Xfinity at Texas.
Cool.
He'll drive the number 20 for that team.
Martin's got a little pull there, maybe.
I wonder about that.
Yeah,
you know. Now, let me tell you something.
All right.
Stuart Haas is in trouble. We know that they lost Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola last year.
Yeah, they did.
But they also lost Anheuser-Busch, Smithfield Foods, and Hunt Brothers Pizza as sponsors.
Yeah.
And their partnership with Ford ends after this season.
Wow.
I know. So they are talking about possibly selling off some of their charters. Maybe
I'll buy one.
One or more. And just for what I found out about charters. Okay, do you know, unlike the NFL or MLB where a bunch of people own the league together, there's only one family that owns NASCAR. They're owned by the France family. Bill France Sr., I knew this. He formed NASCAR in the 40s. And he's the one who built Daytona. And now, like, his grandkids and all that still own NASCAR. And a lot of the tracks that they race on, NASCAR owns several of the tracks, too.
Okay.
So what they do is they have charters that it's extra incentive. It's kind of, you wash my back, I'll wash yours. Like, they will give you a charter and you agree to not race for any other leagues. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You're not going to go race for something that competes with NASCAR. So, and each team, like and it guarantees that they can, get money to participate. And I almost think of it like a charter is like a car. Like they're going to give you 4 charters, you get 4 cars.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
All right.
So I don't know if Stuart Haas might go down to a 2-car team. I don't know.
Right.
But interested in buying another charter is if Stuart Haas sells, probably 2311, Legacy Motor Club, and Trackhouse want another charter.
I'm sure Trackhouse would definitely take another one.
I know, but here's the thing too. Junior Motorsports is talking about coming up to the Cup Series.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's big news.
So they're saying that that's a big possibility that Junior might buy one of those charters. If it happens.
Well, you think Junior has the money?
Yeah.
I think he does.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so we'll see.
All right.
It's going to be a really weird year after 2024 for Stuart Haas.
Yeah.
I mean,
could be the end of an era.
Although Cole Custer just won the Xfinity Series for them.
General Cole Custer.
General Cole Custer.
From
winning the series.
From the 17th precinct of Tennessee.
I say.
General Cole Custer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to, you know what? We're going to save sexy booth talk for like once a month.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
We're changing up our format because we're trying to be a little more, no nonsense show.
No nonsense, professional.
Trying to be a little more professional.
Yeah. We're going to get you to the picks.
Sexy booth is still stinking funny though.
It is funny and we are going to bring it, but sometimes every week it gets a little bit
sometimes they
repetitive,
don't say much.
And sometimes they don't say much. So we're going to make the
We're going to go monthly. We're going to
go monthly with it.
Monthly with the SBG.
I don't know, I'm using my hands. I'm talking with my hands right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I talk to my hands all the time. I've been doing it all show.
Well, I do too, but that's when I'm doing puppetry.
That's really, I know.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's why you're using them again, because you're puppeteering again.
I'm puppeteering again.
Yeah. Sorry, I needed to
How's
sip
that
tea?
My tea's delicious.
I bet it is.
Yeah, it's really good.
We've been drinking a lot more tea.
And we've cut down on coffee.
We have totally cut down on coffee.
Big time.
Lordy, it's a high FODMAP.
Yeah, we got some transformation going on here.
Hey, thanks for asking everybody, but my teeth feel they're healing up great.
Hey, how are your teeth?
My jawbone is healing up.
Yeah.
My teeth are healing. I still have to get replacement teeth.
Yeah.
So that'll be like another, I don't know how many weeks.
You're going to get that new trap jaw.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to chew things.
But she chews like trap jaw.
It's terrible. What is that?
Well, he was from He-Man. Like Skeletor and Trapjaw.
For real? Is he a villain?
Yeah. Trapjaw, I think. I can't remember. I thought I had him as a figure.
You might have. That would figure.
My brother would know.
You would have Trap Jaw.
I think it was.
Everybody else actually gets He-Man or Skeletor.
Can you look that up real quick to see if it really...
You would probably get that little ghosty thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got that ghosty thing with the O on his chest.
Yeah. Oh, you get Orko or Orca?
That would be who you...
Trapjaw. That is the He-Man guy.
He's like a lesser known character.
I'm going to put a picture up of him here. Trapjaw.
That would be like,
This is what Holly looks like when she's eating. So when I put that picture up there, guys are going to... Everyone's going to see... That's how you look like Trapjaw.
Here's the thing. Like that's like and
I'm like He-Man watching you eat with that like blonde hair like that.
Buy me
that blonde cut, like that bob. He's got a blonde bob.
I know.
Like the older lady bob.
Make sure you put a picture of him up there too.
And He-Man. Yeah, I'm gonna put one up there too.
He does.
Okay, seriously.
Why does right?
Yeah. Why she is Trapjaw and I'm He-Man.
That's fun. You don't have a
muscles and all.
You don't.
I don't have the bob though.
No.
But you have the muscles of Trapjaw.
And our cat. Our cat is Otho.
Our cat, Orko.
Orko.
Is it Orca?
No, Orca's a whale.
Orko. Let's see. It is Orko. That's our cat.
That's the funny thing, though, is when you're a kid and you want action figures and you get you get the lowest man on the totem pole.
Yeah. You know the type of family you're from.
Exactly. Like you want like Star Wars action figures.
My cousin had the best action figures of everything.
Right. Your cousin has Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. And I got the red stormtrooper that nobody knows.
No.
Or the
No, you got the R2 unit. Uncle Owen, this R2 unit has a bad motivator. Yeah, you've got that.
The bad R2.
The bad R2.
Absolutely. The bad R2.
The bad R2 or a sand person.
Oh, hey, your dad looks like Man at Arms from He-Man. I could put Man at Arms up there,
oh my gosh, really?
Because he's got the mustache.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Either your dad or
Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly.
All right, so this is what we're gonna. Yeah,
we're talking about new format. We're gonna get. This is gonna be a no nonsense.
We're tightening it up. We're tightening it up.
Yeah, Holly wants a job at NASCAR. So
I do. I want a job at NASCAR.
So we're gonna want to show how professional she is.
Right. Or a job on Sirius XM.
Yeah, and I'm just a sidekick.
You're a sidekick, but you're gonna have that metal show. You're gonna do a metal podcast.
Yeah.
So stay tuned
metal
for that.
podcast.
I'm gonna make you.
I'm gonna do some type of music podcast.
A music podcast.
Yeah, of some sorts.
And I'll be your sidekick.
Okay.
And that'll be funny.
That could be fun. Maybe
that
people
would be
like
fun.
That.
But then I'd end up like taking over the show.
You would. And I won't say anything.
Honey, weren't you going to talk?
Weren't you going to talk? No, I got nothing to say.
No. Rod Beach.
Rod Beach.
That's all right.
Inside joke.
Who do you like and why is coming up.
Okay.
I got a really nice comment from somebody who I think used to read my article.
Right.
Scott Curlis 4893.
All right. Well, let's wait till we get there.
So I know, but I'm not saying who do you like and why. Yeah, I'm just saying I got a nice compliment from him that he's been reading my article and he's,
We're gonna put that up there.
Yeah. Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Well, it's on there.
Well, it's gonna be up there.
Okay. So but in the meantime, while you're watching this video right now, tell me who you like and why for the next race, which is.
Where do we go from Martinsville?
We go to Texas. Texas Motor Speedway.
Okay. Cool.
Heading back out.
All right.
Texas Motor Speedway after Martinsville.
Yeehaw.
So right now, go down below and tell me who you like for Texas.
Yeah.
All right. So
that sounds good.
Let's break and we'll go to who you like and why.
Let's do it.
Okay. Who do you like and why? Okay, I had some time off this week, so I didn't put it on Facebook. I'm horrible.
You've been really bad with that.
About putting, you know what? Just go to Facebook and say, hey there, Holly's Racing Fantasy. For Martinsville this week, I want blah.
Yeah, but no one cares enough like you, so you got to remind them. It's your job.
Okay, well, on YouTube,
and make it happen.
Scott Curlis 4893 says he is going with going with a dark horse, and he's rolling with Bad Brad. He said, gut feeling here, but it would not surprise me if he's at or very near the top of the leaderboard.
Okay.
And that's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Okay.
And of course, Rose. Who does Rose like and why?
Rose is going to be our running gag.
Rose is the running gag on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, she's going to be every week. She's going to throw one in.
Instead of saying waka waka waka, we'll say who does Rose like and why?
Yeah, we'll have to sing a verse like that.
We will.
Yeah. Who does Rose like?
Rose likes Kyle Larson because he won this track last year at this time.
Wow. Wow.
And again, she still likes Chris Bell. I think she likes Chris Bell in general.
Mm-hmm. But I'm only putting one name up there, so who do you want?
Go with Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson.
Go with Kyle Larson
Okay.
for who does Rose like and
Yeah,
what.
you can't throw 3 up there. You got to pick one.
Yeah. We only have graphics for 2.
Yeah, we only have graphics for 2, Rose. we can't afford a third one.
That's right.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, that's who they like, and they're sticking to them.
They're sticking to 'em.
So we're gonna go over to my NASCAR fantasy picks now, so that y'all can make your,
Let's do it.
make your decisions.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to the picks.
Folks, head on over to fitdownfantasy.com for the latest football news and fantasy rankings. For over a decade, Fifth Down Fantasy has been a top fantasy destination for those who need their NFL headlines like they need their pizza, hot and fresh. Visit fitdownfantasy.com today. Real fantasy sports for real fantasy players. While fantasy sports betting can be fun, gambling can be a serious issue. If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction and wants help, call or text the National Problem Gambling Hotline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. Standard text and data rates do apply. You can also visit them online at ncpgambling.org. Here are my NASCAR fantasy picks for the race in Martinsville, which is the CookOut 400 at Martinsville Speedway. It's a short track. It's on Sunday, April 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern, and it's on FS1, which stinks. Here we go. Joey Logano. That's it. See you next week. No, I'm not kidding. You know what? Joey Logano, a lot of drivers have a couple of good races and a couple of lousy races, and a couple of good and a couple of lousy. Joey Logano is consistent. He has been top 10 finishes here for years and plenty of stage points. He only has 1 win, but he has 11 top 5s and 18 top 10s, making Joey Logano my most brilliant pick for Sunday. And he's also warming up. Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney has not shown me a whole heck of a lot yet this season, but he is, again, also very consistent here. 1 win, 8 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and he's warming up. He's warming up when it counts. So, second brilliant pick. Last but not least, Martin Truex Jr. These 3 brilliant picks are guys who have been consistent, lots of top 5s and 10s. And Martin Truex Jr., though I worry about the fallout from last week, I hope it doesn't make him unstable. I love his determination. And I think that's why he's a brilliant pick. He has 3 wins here at Martinsville. 10 top 5s. Go for it. Pick Martin Truex Jr. You won't be disappointed. Moving on to the bold people this week, and they are bold. Kyle Larson, I could probably pick him every week and say he's going to have a good finish somewhere. He's back and forth. He's one of those drivers. He's had some luck here. He won here last time around. He's got 4 top 5s. I think that he's a good shot for a bold pick this week. Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott came back around this week with his top 5 finish, and I'm very impressed. I think he's slowly working his way back, and he's good at Martinsville. He's got a win, and he's got 10 top 10 finishes here. So I think even if he doesn't win on Sunday, I think he's going to show up again and do very well. And last but not least, another Chase Briscoe. Single-digit finishes for the last 4 races in a row. He's really good here. And with all of the trouble at Stewart-Haas, I think that of all the drivers, he's the one that's got a good chance to just drive that nail in and put them in a good position by the end of the race on Sunday. So let me recap. And again, I'm not saying an honorable mention, but I know that Denny Hamlin is good here, but I don't trust after last week. So I would say I'd be shocked if he won. So let me give a I can't speak. Let me give you a recap here. My brilliant NASCAR fantasy picks are Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Martin Truex Jr. My bold picks are Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and Chase Briscoe. And I'm not too fond of anybody else. And maybe Brad. Brad, it's been a while, but you never know. He could be turning things around. So those are my fantasy picks. And I hope that one of those guys wins for you. I'm sticking to him. Interact with Holly's Racing Fantasy on YouTube or Facebook. Just search Holly's Racing Fantasy on each to find us. And don't forget to tell us who you like and why every Wednesday before each race. You can comment on the current HRF episode on YouTube or reply to my Monday night post on Facebook. Thanks! So I think that's going to be the end of the show.
Yeah, I think that's the end.
We really don't have a lot much more to say.
Nope.
And I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to the short track.
You like short track racing?
I do like short track racing. It's usually a little bit more interesting than...
You can get pretty far behind though, right?
You can.
Yeah.
You can get lapped.
You
got to be careful.
And where's the race this weekend? I'm channel-wise.
FS1.
FS1, you want to go over your little...
Oh, you know what? I will. I did say at the beginning of my picks where it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? Let me give you the schedule just in case you feel like watching the Xfinity race.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I don't love the dang NASCAR website.
No.
The NASCAR website
Not a fan.
stinks.
It does. Especially on your phone.
It really does.
It's terrible.
I swear to God, I could not. Thanks. Want to go over the schedule? Well, I would if I could get to it. You know what? Here's the Martinsville schedule.
Okay.
Honest to God, this website. So we have the Craftsman Truck Series, Long John Silver's 200. Oh, I miss Long John Silver's. They don't have it in Wilmington.
No, they don't.
Do they have it in Jacksonville?
I think it's somewhere down here, like up there that way. Or
We need to go.
yeah, Long Silver.
Craftsman Truck Series,
Wait,
Long John Silver's.
Long Silver, Long John Silver.
7:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Qualifying for Xfinity is 5:40 p.m. Eastern on FS1 Friday night. Qualifying for the Cup Series is Saturday at 5:20 p.m. on FS2. What a ripoff.
Wow.
Give me a dang break.
Yeah.
Like, that's easy to get. Okay, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
The Xfinity race is 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday on FS1. And that's the Dude Wipes 250.
We know who our marketing crowd is, who we're marketing to.
We sure do.
Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes 250.
The Dude Wipes 250. Do you get a free Dude Wipe when you go to the race?
You probably do. Well, the drivers are probably going to need it.
Yeah.
So,
especially if you eat a Martinsville hot dog.
Ooh, Martinsville hot dog.
Yeah, they're famous.
We didn't have Cooter this week either, guys.
No.
We're working on something with Cooter.
Yeah,
too.
he might even be retired. There's
not.
talks. The contracts are going.
Contract
He
negotiations.
might even get his own show.
That's right.
He might have to tune in.
Cooter should have his own show.
Yeah.
NASCAR Cup Series, CookOut 400, 3 p.m. on Sunday on FS1.
Okay.
So that's about it.
And basketball this weekend.
Basketball this weekend. So it's
Baseball.
Elite 8.
Yeah. The Elite
Baseball,
8.
The Elite 8. Baseball's back. Love this time of year when sports are all over the place. NFL draft will be coming up.
The UFL. Oh. And the final score of the UFL game, 2-3.
You know, you're terrible.
Oh, man.
Shut up. You know
Yeah,
what?
it's hard to watch.
It is hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? I hope everybody stays healthy and safe as usual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the weather's warming up. People are, people getting,
People are going out to eat.
people going out to eat at lousy restaurants, and it's all right. Cook at home.
Cook at home.
You'll be happier.
The Holly's Home Cookout 200.
The Holly's Home Cookout 200.
Yeah. Bring your own food. Or we'll cook it for you.
We'll cook it for you.
And we'll cook it for you.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, so everybody have a great
Have a
week.
good week.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes.
Tell all your friends. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
All
Like,
right.
comment, and subscribe.
Sounds good.
We love you. Or at least I do.
Peace. What's peace? Peace out.
Peace out
Peace
and
out.
race on.
Race on.